I love it. Okay, let's talk the halftime show. Super Bowl halftime show. What'd you guys think? Let me know in the drop a comment on YouTube and Rumble if you're listening. Or get at me in the That Space with Caleb Salvatore Facebook group. Let me know in the comments on the post for this show. What did you think? Did you like the halftime show? I'm seeing a lot of people arguing. I'm not seeing a lot of people arguing about it. I'm seeing a lot of people on one side claim that the other side is really upset about it, but I'm not seeing a lot of people actually argue about it. You know what? I've seen a lot of people who liked the halftime show, which is fine. You're allowed to have your taste in music. That's totally fine. But I've seen a lot of people who liked the halftime show have kind of created this straw man for people that were really offended and upset by it. And this is kind of akin to the Taylor Swift thing from about a year ago, where you had this mainstream media and left-wing social media assault on so-called conservative men who were apparently really, really upset, just raging constantly about Taylor Swift being shown on the TV on NFL games. And yeah, I mean, there were some influencers posting about it on social media, but if you listen to them, it was this epidemic and people were just raging, angry about Taylor Swift, but you never actually saw any of those people. This is the same thing. For every one person I've seen with a genuine complaint about the halftime show, I've seen about 150 or 200 people talking about people that were complaining about the halftime show. I've seen people, maybe this is what they're doing. I've seen people tongue in cheek point out the fact that the people who have spent the last couple of months preaching to us the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion put together a Super Bowl halftime show that only consisted of one race. And that may have come off as somebody bitching about it, but I don't think that was someone who was actually upset. I think they were pointing out the irony of it. That's my opinion, though. But I haven't seen anyone who is actually upset. I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. I'm kind of indifferent. I'm pretty reserved to the fact that the type of music I listen to, for the most part, is never going to make it on the stage of the Super Bowl halftime show. I've come to terms with that a long time ago, right? I'm not seeing Fred Durst. Now, if these TikTok kids keep blowing the new metal trend up again, we could see, like, you know, a couple years ago, you saw like the 90s hip hop Super Bowl halftime show, 90s, early 2000s, like 50 Cent, Eminem, guys like that. Snoop Dogg, I think, Dr. Dre. What if we saw like Korn, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down, Papa Roach? That would be kind of cool. Linkin Park, that would be kind of cool. It won't happen, but that would be kind of cool. But so when you asked me, did I think the halftime show was good? I thought it was meh. I'm indifferent to it. It doesn't, I don't know. What's bad? What's good? For me to say it with like if I told you I genuinely enjoyed the halftime show, that would be a lie. But that would be the case for probably every halftime show for the last 15, 20 years. Probably since like 9/11, when I was like 6, and I've only seen that watching back, like on YouTube. So I don't know. I didn't enjoy it, but that didn't mean I hated it either. In order for me to enjoy it, it would have to be an artist I actually enjoyed, and that's not the case. Now, I don't dislike Kendrick. What's that? They're Not Like Us. That's on my workout playlist. I played that at the gym. It fires me up. Absolutely. The amount of hatred that's in that song, it fuels my workouts. I love that song for when I'm at the gym. I don't have his whole catalog. I don't have his albums on vinyl or anything like that. I'm not buying merch, going to concerts. He's got a couple songs I like, though. Sure. I admire the balls of anyone who's going to come out and accuse someone of being a pedophile in front of hundreds of millions of viewers on the Super Bowl. How about that? But I'm not seeing anyone who was really, really upset about it, aside from the usual suspects trying to rile people up and get clicks on Twitter. You guys know that those folks are paid per click or per view from ad share, and they post those tweets not to rile up the conservative base, because they know the conservative base, for the most part, not all of them, but largely, they think for themselves. They're posting that to rile you guys up because you guys spurg out about it and you guys bring a whole bunch of clicks and ad revenue to them. That's the big difference. That's why they're doing it. They know you guys are going to react to it. You guys are going to share it around. You guys are going to drive clicks and traffic to that tweet and make them a whole bunch of money. It's a grift. There's left-wing grifters and there's right-wing grifters. Absolutely there are. But I've yet to see anyone who was genuinely upset, like angry at the halftime show. Maybe they didn't like it. Maybe it wasn't their type of music. That's fine. There's a difference between saying, yeah, not for me, and being like genuinely pissed off by it. Saw plenty of people say they didn't like it. Haven't seen anyone that was pissed. On the flip side, all you guys that loved it, I bet if we bought Slipknot out there, you wouldn't have such a good time either. And that's fine. I wouldn't sit on here and accuse you of racism or bigotry or dog whistle that was the issue and imply it. I would just go, yeah, that guy doesn't like Slipknot. That's fine. I don't really like Slipknot either. I think Corey Taylor's kind of a jackass. Some of their stuff's okay. But he has too big of an ego. He drives me a little crazy. I can't. I'm never going to boycott an artist based on who the singer is, right? Like, I think, like, Marilyn Manson, some of the shit that guy said directly conflicts with, like, my core values. But as long as he's not saying, like, he has plenty of songs where he's not saying that shit in the music, so I don't have a problem listening to it. Rage Against the Machine, love the sound, hate the lyrics. They're just being honest. But yeah, so no, I'm not the type to boycott, but it will keep me from getting really, really into him. Right? Like, I really like Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. Think he's a super cool dude. Story's really cool. So I really like Papa Roach. I have a cockroach tattooed on my arm. Not my best decision. I understand that. You don't have to remind me. What the hell was that noise in my house? That's a great question, Caleb. I don't know. I think my wife was turning the TV on and something really loud. I don't know. But I'm sure, because I do these midweek shows solo. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time, my wife joins in the Saturday show, Mia, the Stockholm Mia, the red face of white supremacy. I'm sure if something's wrong, she will come get me, and I have a shotgun in the closet right next to me, so I'm not concerned. I'm not. This is manufactured outrage because the left invents boogeymen. Because that's what it's easier to get mad at the imaginary Republican man in the Facebook local news comment section that's supposedly upset about Kendrick Lamar's halftime show than it is to actually argue tax policy or immigration policy when you know your policies can't stand up to the other sides. It's easier to call your opponent a bigot than admit that you're a fucking cult member who doesn't allow anyone to have any, independent thought or veer off from the group. Now I'm just going in circles. Anyway, we will see you guys Saturday. We're just doing a quick little midweek check-in, not a whole deep show. Saturday, we'll talk some stuff about Kanye. We'll talk some stuff about Ron Paul. We'll talk some stuff about Elon Musk, Eric Adams up in New York. It's going to be a good old time. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse, and stay based.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.